Imagine a normal night. The Earth spins quietly, indifferent to human worries, while billions of people sleep, dream, or simply survive the day. And then, without warning, every charged cloud, every brewing storm, every particle of atmospheric electricity across the entire planet decides to converge. A silent pact is made between storms, and every lightning bolt on Earth, over 1.4 billion per year, chooses the same moment, the same second, to strike. The same location. But what would actually happen? Would we see an explosion powerful enough to crack the Earth's crust? Or a blinding flash so intense it erases the sky for an instant? Perhaps this sounds absurd. Or perhaps it's the kind of question that reveals more about our world and ourselves than we might expect. Because when we talk about lightning, we're not just talking about electricity. We're talking about the fury of the sky, about a dialogue between clouds and earth, about forces that existed long before humans dreamed of calling thunder a god. Lightning bolts are like electric letters sent from cloud to ground, a violent, luminous attempt to restore balance. Each bolt carries about 1 billion joules of energy, enough to power 10,000 light bulbs for a few seconds. But now, multiply that by billions. Imagine that immense energy, gathered, focused, channeled into a single point. You might say, that's just fantasy. But sometimes fantasy is our best tool for exploring reality. So let's indulge it. Let's ask, what if? What if all that cosmic electricity, through some bizarre statistical anomaly or a divine glitch, decided to strike exactly the same place? Let's say it's land, a flat, open field, remote, forgotten, a place where no one ever thought to build a city. One of Earth's countless anonymous spots, now on the verge of becoming the epicenter of the most electrifying event in human history. First, the sky would darken, not like nightfall, but like the curtain dropping before a cosmic play. Clouds, gathered from every corner of the globe, would condense in silence, as if the heavens themselves were holding their breath. The air would hum. Leaves, hair, dust, everything would tremble. Then, without warning, the flash. Not a lightning bolt, but billions, all at once, in the same place. A collision so colossal it would make physics hesitate for a moment. Temperatures at the impact point would rise higher than the surface of the sun. Air would turn to plasma in microseconds. Rocks would melt, metals would boil, and matter itself might begin to unravel into its most basic particles. The energy released? Comparable to a mid-sized nuclear explosion, perhaps more. But there would be no mushroom cloud, no radiation, just light, sound, and then silence. But could the Earth survive it? In short, yes. Earth has endured worse. Meteor strikes that shattered continents, volcanoes that spewed fire for decades, and of course billions of lightning strikes every year, long before any creature walked the land to name them. Still, a global lightning convergence would leave its mark. The ground would crack. Energy rippling outward could trigger local earthquakes, spark wildfires dozens of miles away, and permanently ionize the air in the region. Satellites could glitch. Communications might fail. Migratory birds, sensitive to Earth's magnetic field, could lose their bearings. And perhaps, just perhaps, that very magnetic field could shift. Yes, because lightning doesn't just light up the sky. It touches something deeper. It shakes the invisible shield that protects us from solar winds, Earth's magnetic armor. And if you tamper with that field, you tamper with compasses, with communications, with life's rhythms. But let's look up for a moment. What would it look like? Imagine standing 100 miles away. A flash. A thunderclap that doesn't echo, but erupts. A sound so deep it vibrates through your chest. A light that lasts longer than it should. And then, shadow. Because for a brief moment, it would be as if the sun had been replaced by something older, purer, more violent. Clouds glowing from the inside, the ground pulsing. And animals? Silence. An instinctive hush. as if even the birds knew something sacred or dangerous had just occurred. And what if this convergence wasn't an accident? What if it was a message? Because lightning has no intention. But we do. We look at phenomena like this and turn them into myths, into stories, into symbols. The Greeks believed Zeus hurled lightning to punish. The Vikings said it was Thor swinging his hammer. Today we say, it's just electricity. But deep down, something in us still trembles. Maybe because lightning reminds us that for all our control over light, we are still its servants. We live in lit houses, surrounded by screens and wires. But when thunder speaks, we still pause, still glance up, still remember we are small. So, what if every lightning bolt on Earth struck the same place? It wouldn't just be a geophysical event. It would be a reminder, an electric whisper that the world is alive, that nature still plays its own symphonies, that no matter how much we calculate, simulate, or predict, there are forces we will never master. And maybe, just maybe, that's a gift, because there's beauty in the unpredictable, poetry in the chaos, and wisdom in embracing the unknown. Some forces, like love, creation, faith, and lightning, exist to remind us of the mystery. Now, one last thought. What if we could harness this power? Today's technology tries. There are towers designed to capture lightning and store its energy, briefly, but it's like trying to bottle a hurricane. Nature still reigns, still rages, still resists. And yet, we dream. Scientists imagine cities powered by storms. Architects sketch towers that conduct lightning like symphonies. And we, storytellers, keep asking, what if? Because that's what we do. We take the impossible. We give it shape. We explore the improbable with the wonder of a child. And we ask, what if every lightning bolt on Earth struck the same place? We may never know the answer, but the question is worth everything. Because questions like this are like lightning bolts themselves, brief, brilliant, and transformative. If this question sparked something inside you, if you felt curiosity, awe, or simply drifted into imagination for a moment, then I invite you to subscribe, leave a like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Just type, what if? That one question could change the way you see the universe. See you in the next burst of wonder.